Hey guys, I realised I did my last tutorial without actually showing you the technique of a rag roll. So I'm going to do that now and then I'll move on to the actual tutorial. Here we've just got an old rag, I've got an old t-shirt that I cut up, I'll explain about that later. And so that's how we do it. I'm going to grab a small section of hair so I can show you, whereas later we'll be using larger sections. Now you want to think about which direction you want the hair to curl in. So say if you've got, if I had tighter curls or maybe different style of waves, I'd possibly want it to go this way or kind of more towards my face so it shapes it more, but I prefer when I have wavy hairs for it to go back a bit more. I feel it has more bounce that way. So grabbing a small piece of hair, I grab my rag and I leave a bit because we need to tie this a hand or so, and we just wrap it around like that. See? You wrap around and then there. Now with most rag rolls with longer hair you just wrap it up, but with waves and with shorter hair it's best to wrap along as such. Now the best way for more practice is to hold this part with like one hand, you see as such. It's actually easier to do this with larger pieces of hair because it stops it from falling out. So you see I've got one hand resting on the hair here and then I'm just using the other one to tie the knot and pull it. And there we go, that's the technique. Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to do heatless waves with rags. So, or you can either use rags. Here I just used an old t-shirt that I was about to throw away and I just cut it up into strips like this, really simple. Or you can use these bendy things. I'm not too sure what the actual name for them is, but you can get them from like any pound store, really cheap. So right, the way we're going to start, we're just going to put a little bit of mousse in your hair. Only a tiny bit, just so it holds it for a bit longer. My hair doesn't tend to hold style for very long, which is really irritating, but yeah. So just put the mousse through your hair and then comb it through. So how we're going to do is we're going to section off the top layer of our hair, quite a thick chunk, because we don't want like too thin a hair, so if it's like in a bigger section it's going to go more wavy. And then we're just going to tie this around. I tend to do it to one side and then curl up as such, so just spinning it through until it's like that, and then just tying a knot. There we go, that's that. And now we're just going to keep doing that through our hair. It's really simple. I've just got out of the shower, which you can't tell my hair dries quite quickly, but it's only slightly damp. You can do this overnight, but if you have hair like me, I would suggest doing it dry, because my hair, if I have it wet and I do these things overnight, it tends to go out quite frizzy. It doesn't hold the style very well. So yeah, we're just rolling this up. This can work with short hair and long hair. It's really simple. The only difference you need to make is if you have long hair, you need to do longer strips. That's it. So as such. If it's a bit cotty, then just, oh sorry, I mean knotty. I think that's a Leicester phrase, having cots in your hair. My mum and sister say it too, and I said it to my flatmate Emily. She thought I was mental for saying it, so yeah. Now this rag might be slightly too short because I've got such a large piece of hair, but I don't want the waves going all the way up to the top. I want it kind of focusing mainly on the bottom half of my hair. So if I wanted kind of if I wanted tighter waves, I would possibly have sectioned this part off and done it in two separate parts, but I'd rather have just kind of more gentler waves. Oh, that's not long enough. But you can almost see how the hair is going to start shaping. Here's the longer piece. there we go, I will be back when my hair's dry, probably with some makeup on, and yeah. Hey, I'm back. Right, so I'm just going to take these out and show you what it should look like. My hair has been drying for about half an hour to an hour. It's actually still slightly damp, so maybe I should possibly leave it in a bit longer. But I think, you know, when it's a bit damp, it's going to like drop a little bit if, say, like the curls are a bit too much. Or waves, whatever. Right, so you can see they've kind of come out more like curls than actual waves. And so all we're just going to do is brush through them with your fingers. And this is why I've actually left it whilst it's a little bit wet or damp still, because they're going to slowly drop out slightly. If you're not quite happy with the way they've turned out, then do what I do. I'd like these ones to be a little bit more defined, as they've kind of gone a bit dry at the end, so I'm going to put some leave-in conditioner in. Just bear with me a sec. Back. Right, so I'm just going to spray some leave-in conditioner on these ends, just to make it feel a bit better. And just brush it through. So I'm just taking out the wave that we put in there. I'm actually happy with the rest of them. Like, they're a bit messy, but I quite like my hair quite messy. Okay. So I'm actually going to split these in half, just to make them a little bit more defined. And starting at this end and putting in the curl, and then just going up and along the rag. Holding it down with my fingers, and then going to, there we go. And there we go. Okay, so I've just added a few more in to make my waves a bit more defined. So I'm just going to coat it in hairspray. And then it's done. Heat-free waves. Enjoy!